What up, party people? It's Amy, and today we're going to be reviewing my niece's channel. She has her own channel called Pearl Rose. She makes gameplay videos and story videos, and I know my sister has told me multiple times what this particular thing is that I'm watching that she uses to make the stories, but it doesn't stick in my mind. So I don't know what it's called. I'm sure, probably everybody else knows what it's called. It's like, obviously it's this, but I don't know. I love my niece very much. She's very talented. I know that my channel is not for children, and I don't do things for children, but because she may watch this video, I'm going to try not to swear, and I'm going to try not to make inappropriate jokes. But overall, it's still not a video necessarily for children. I don't want her mom mad at me. And her mom might be mad at me. So let's watch video. It's called Crystal's Life Part 1. Hey, Allie, I missed you. Hey, Crystal, want to hang out after school? Sure. I'm going to go meet James. Okay. Pushes her. Hey, James. Hey, Crystal, I have to go to work. Oh, okay. Haha, truth or dare? Dare. I dare you to kiss Devin. Okay. Ah! Well, what? Ah, want to do that again? No! Go! Leave! Okay. Now you kiss Eric! Fine. You don't like it, huh? I did. I liked him. Alright. It's very important to not kiss people who don't want to be kissed. If you're not sure if they want to be kissed, you ask them. I think that's something that we can all understand and appreciate, but it's very important that we know that. Let's go check on James. Okay. There's this girl named Crystal, and she's like so annoying. Haha, I bet. Not good. Uh-oh, Crystal. It's not what you think. It is. Okay, I never liked you. Fine, Molly's better. What's the matter, honey? James cheated on me. What? Yeah, over a bunny, and her name is Molly, and Allie dared me to kiss Devin. Looks like you had a hard day, honey. How about if I let you... Sometimes her videos have long texts and not enough time to read them. So hang on 1 second. Looks like you had a hard day, honey. How about if I let you have all the day to yourself tomorrow? Okay. Good night, darling. And remember, change into your PJs. Wake up. I think I woke the dog. Come, let me dress you so you can look good for... Hold on. Come, let me dress you so you can look good for James and he will want you back. First of all, and I commented on this video when I first saw it, that James is a jerk. He's bad news. You saw him push a lady, he cheated on you. He's just mean, right? You can do better than that. Crystal can do better than that. And while I have no problem with people dressing however they want for whatever reasons they want, really, I don't think it's a good idea to, I guess in this instance specifically, I just don't think you should go back to him, try to get him back at all. I just don't think it's worth it. But I also don't think the mom should be doing that. If somebody doesn't want you, they don't want you, and that's fine. Move on. Okay. Remember, don't fail class. I won't. So, have a boyfriend? Yes. Kiss him then. Okay. Him? I thought that she had shown up and said that because there's 4 people in the hall, I thought she'd already said that specifically that guy was her boyfriend. And I mean, I get the impulse. I have nothing against that. I like the idea of going up to, like, somebody who's hurt you and you'd be like, well, I have a boyfriend now. Non-specifically, right? He goes to another school, you don't know him. And then he's like, oh yeah, well then kiss him. You would think in that instance that he would be nearby or he would know who he is. Like, if I were to say, Devin's my boyfriend, and then he goes, oh yeah, well then kiss him, that's one thing. But to just be like, I have a boyfriend, and he's like, okay, we'll kiss him. It's not here, dude. Also, does Devin know that he's her boyfriend now? Is that how boyfriends work? I don't know. Yup. Come on, quit chit-chatting and come. After school. I do like that they're going to school. School is super important. I know, like, things are super weird about schools and, you know, not sure what's going to happen next, but learning is very, very important. And I like to see in this show that they are going to school. I know we don't see a lot of the class time, but it's nice that, you know, we're normalizing school and making it a good thing for people to go to. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes you have emotional problems with people at your school, but you still have to go because you don't want to miss out on learning things that are important for life. So that kiss, you really like me? No. Come on, don't lie. Okay, fine, maybe. Okay, then wake up late and I'll show you something. Okay. It's a club. Okay, see you. Glad it's a club. Would maybe recommend waiting to agree to something until you know what it is, right? So he's like, wake up late and I'll show you something. And she's just like, all right. Find out if it's a club or not before. That's just my recommendation. You don't know this guy. I mean, granted, you've been kissing him a lot, but we don't know this guy. He might not have everyone's best interest in mind. At the house. Hurry, go say goodbye to Allie. What? Just go. Allie, what's going on? I'm moving. What? I have to move. Really? Yee. My best friend, no! Sorry, bye. It's okay. It's almost dark. At the club. Okay, guys, this is Crystal. Crystal, this is Jesse, Kate, and Vanessa. It's Vanessa. Okay. The next day at school. Sorry. So it's nice that she's got new friends. I'm a little bit curious about what this club is. They meet at night. Now we see them dressed in all dark clothing, which is fine, but I just want to know, are they good people? What does the club do? That's the kind of stuff I would like to see. I've noticed my niece and I tell stories very differently, and I think that's why I enjoy her stories so much, is that she just hits like the big points, right? This is this, this is this, this is this. There's not a lot of why. Whereas when I talk or when I tell stories, I have a lot of why. I have a lot of interjection. I have a lot of details that some people might think are unnecessary. So I guess it's nice to see her not having to be so over the top with information like I am. But still curious. Who are these people? I mean, we know their names, but we don't really know them. Well, 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 James. My brother. I don't care about you anymore. Fine, have it your way. I'm sorry how I acted. You're better. No, thanks. Go with Crystal. I like Devin. What? Fine. Whoa. Will you be my boyfriend? Okay, bunch of stuff going on here. Good for Crystal for standing up for herself. Hope things work out for her and Devin. I get Molly's impulse to kick him in the face. Not an appropriate way to handle things. But I do understand. I'm all for an underdog, right? And he's clearly the underdog at this point, in that nobody likes him. But if I were Vanessa and I just saw a guy get verbally wrecked by one chick and then kicked in the face by another chick, I'd probably give it some time, right? He needs to work on himself. Obviously, she doesn't know the whole story about what happened. But in my experience, if a guy goes up to one girl after being with another girl and saying you're better, not really good. It's not really good to compare people like that. I mean, love is love. Relationships are difficult, of course, but it's not really a ranking system. But anyway, if I saw him go from back and forth to these two girls and they clearly have a problem with him, very big problem with him, I might hold back a little bit. Might want to be his friend to maybe help him figure out what he's doing wrong. But I think going straight to boyfriend, a little fast. Vanessa might want to think about that in the future. Yes. Yay! 10 years later at the wedding. Let's find out who's getting married. Looks like it's Devin and Crystal. The parents died, so all the kids had left was this picture. Alright, so Crystal and Devin had Kelly together. Hold on. See, this is what I'm talking about, right? We've got all this backstory of like the back and forth between James and Crystal, how Devin and Crystal met and I guess fell in love. We know that 10 years later they get married, and then at some point they die. Technically, that might be a better way to tell stories, right? You're only hitting the high points. There's these people, they get married, they have a kid, they die, right? Very short. Whereas I just watched the 6-minute video and I'm already at 20 minutes of recording. Hopefully when I post this, it'll be cut down some. Whereas I would go on and on about, how, like, probably the details of their wedding, about having the kid Kelly, about how they died, how that affected everybody, blah, 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 blah. Which is why my videos are so much longer than hers. So she's actually got a good way of storytelling. Like, this happened, this happened, this happened, move on. So I enjoy it. Okay, there's a part 2 for Crystal. So let's see what happens, right? I mean, technically it's fairly wrapped up, but it seems like more. So let's see what's going on. Hi, I'm Elsa, the daughter of Vanessa and James, and I take care of me. Very empowering. My parents died 2 years ago. It's just me and my cousins. Okay, so Crystal and Devin died. They have a daughter named Kelly. James and Vanessa died, and they have Elsa. And Elsa takes care of herself and lives with her cousins. May I watch TV? No! Pushes up the couch. I'm going to the neighbors. Okay, I don't know who Mark is. Whatever. That's a nice house. Knox. Hi, I wanted to help you. May I stay here maybe a year? Sure. Thanks. Hi, I'm Elsa. I'm Kelly. I'm Bella. I'm Alex. Bella is my sister. I'm Charlie, and Elsa is my sister. We have 4 bunk beds, and I get the big bed because it's my house. Okay, I can deal with it. You'll be changing in here. I'll get it. Daddy! I thought you died. I would never. I'm pretty sure I have 2 kids. Where's that rascal? Oh, you mean Charlie? I'll get him. Charlie! Dead! Ha ha ha! Show me inside, why don't you? Right this way! Obviously, we all thought James was dead. And see, again, this is where my desire for the way stories are told is a little different than the way these stories are told. And I genuinely love this so much. Why do we think James is dead? Why is he not dead? Where has he been for, what was it, 2 years? Or did I make that up? I think it was 2 years. It's nice that they're all happy to see him, but I would have a lot of questions. Where have you been? Did he fake his own death? Did he just not want to take care of the kids? You would sleep in the basement. Okay. I genuinely enjoy this world where your dad's dead for 2 years, then he's not, then he just lives in the basement, and he's like, okay. I feel most dads who come back from being dead I don't know how they'd want to. I don't know if they'd want to live in a basement. Also, now that I'm thinking about it, granted, I don't know how old everyone is in this situation. As an adult, and somebody who watched a lot of soap operas when she was very young, I wouldn't trust a dad who came back from the dead, right? Especially if I didn't know the circumstances. But that's how their evil twin moves in or whatever, right? And then wreaks havoc on the town. I don't want that mess. I would have way more questions. I would want to be very careful. But I guess I'm more of a suspicious person, right? I don't trust a lot of people. So, especially dead dads. Dead dads I trust probably the least of all the people. So I guess that maybe that's more of a psychological thing about, like, you know, what kind of life you've led, right? Whether you would trust a dead dad that came back. Luckily, I don't have a basement for anyone to live in, so I don't have to worry about this. Ridgety boy. What? This I think I think that dad's evil. I don't know. I'm gonna go check on my brother. Wear this, it looks nice on you. Wait, that was her brother? I'd move if I were you. Hello, I'm a demon too. I won't die. Barely hurt. Wipes face. Sorry how I acted. It's okay. But I already have a place to you at school tomorrow. Okay, so that's her brother who pushed her off the couch. That makes more sense. I thought maybe it was a caretaker, which is not okay. It's not okay for your brother to push you off the couch, but if you've had siblings, you know siblings will do things that are not necessarily okay, and it's the part of life. Not a fan of blowing up things. I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think it's safe. Whether you're a demon or not, you can still get hurt. As you saw there, they were barely hurt, but not hurt. So, regardless of your demon status, don't blow things up. That's all I'm saying. 9 years later at school. Hi, beautiful. Okay, hold on. So that means they're small children whose all their parents died, right? And they're just, I don't know, a small village of children, a little child commune or something, where they take care of themselves and each other. That's an interesting idea. I'm curious as to where the houses came from. Are they the parents' houses, or do they just go from house to house finding? I mean, it would have to be the Delius James's house, right? Because he needed to go back there after he was not dead anymore. But the important thing is, even though they have no parents, they still know to go to school. And that's very, very important. Because again, learning is very important. So anyway, back to the thing. Alex is saying hi, beautiful, to Kelly. Hi. Ooh. Hi. James. Wait, Crystal's back? Crystal. I want to see my kid. Mom. So Crystal's not dead either? Also, how is James? I mean, I get it that Kelly is staying with Elsa, because that's Elsa's house, not James's house. Mark's living alone in a mansion, blowing stuff up. how is James keeping Crystal from seeing the kids? If anything, her death is what's keeping her from her own kids. And I mean, I don't know how she died because that wasn't discussed, but I don't think it's James. Maybe it was. Also, where's Devin and Vanessa? Are they also not dead? Are we going to see them come back later? It's it's mind-boggling. At the house. Mommy, I thought you were dead. I know. 10 years later with all the kids. I know. We only have 5 seconds left in this video, so I feel like we're not going to establish how Crystal died. I feel like that's all we're gonna get. I thought you were dead. I know. I love it so much. It's it might not be funny for or enjoyable for most people. I get such a kick out of things that aren't like the way you expect, right? So again, in this instance, you would expect her to be like, I know I had to pretend I was dead so that James couldn't get me, or something like that, right? Like some explanation. And no, you don't get an explanation. And I love it. I can't think like that. And so it's the same way of like certain typos or certain ways people misspeak are just hilarious to me, and I can't let it go. It's the it's like the subversion of expectations, I guess, that it's so amazing to me, and I love it. And especially because you get like you get what feels like a story, and then it just like cut, and I love it so much. I could not recreate this on my own. Like, it's only something that she can do, and I love watching these so much. Because there's still a story. There's not no story. There is still a story, right? These things happen. You can follow the storyline. You have a lot of questions, maybe, right? Some stuff that you don't understand. And I don't know how she makes these. Uh, she might have made a whole longer story, and for editing purposes, just cut out the unnecessary parts. Something I'm not good at. Um, or it could just all be in her head, and so she doesn't know that she needs to. Because I do this sometimes too. Doesn't think to explain it, because obviously in my head I know what's going on, right? If you've ever had a conversation with me, sometimes I will lose track of the part that you don't know what I'm thinking about. Hi, can you give me just like 3 more minutes? Can you give me 3 more minutes? Yeah. So sometimes when I'm telling a story, I forget a crucial element because I think it's just so well known. We all know that, the castle blew up, right? So then I'll just start talking about what happened after the castle blew up, and everyone's like, whoa, 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 what are you talking about? So it might be that kind of storytelling, or it's just, like I said, she just cuts out the parts that aren't necessary. So let's see what the last 5 seconds brings us 10 years later with all the kids there. Okay, Alex, Hugo, Mark, Chelsea, Elsa, Kelly. And that's just it. That's just it. That's the end. So apparently, Crystal and James are now grandparents, and everybody had grandkids. And that's the end. Which is a full story. You know that all of these people lived. Crystal and James might be dead again, I don't know. But not relevant. Doesn't matter, because that's not part of the story. I just love it so much. Genuinely love her videos so much. Maybe we'll get to review some of her older ones where, because she's growing, she's learning, she's building her craft, and she's getting better every time. some of her older ones were a little more like constant violence, constant abandoning of children, and less congruent storytelling. So it'd be like super confusing, and in some cases too many characters, um where I was having a hard time figuring out who was doing what. So she's getting better every day. I love these videos so much. If you like them, feel free to follow her, but be nice to her because she's my niece and I will beat you up and my sister will beat you up. So again, Pearl Rose, she's genius. She puts out videos very frequently and I love her to pieces. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this reaction to Crystal's Life Part 1 and Part 2. Maybe we'll do more. I love these videos so much. And everything's going crazy out in the world. So I was hoping that something like this would maybe bring some happiness, some light into very dark, confusing times. So anyway, I hope you're doing well. Hope you have a good day. And I'll see you later. All right, bye.